Let you all open all your three eyes. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
In this sacred manual of power manifestation, which serves as a scriptural authority containing the Shastra Pramanas, eternal unchangeable truths, Apta Pramanas, Atma Pramanas, Sakshi Pramanas, and Prataksha Pramanas, we present to you the various powers of Paramashiva. By this, we place before humanity the supreme authenticity of the power manifestation science established by the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Jagat Guru Mahasanidhanam, His Divine Holiness Nithyananda Paramashivam. Paramashiva has systematically revealed these powers in their purest forms as various techniques and revelations to experience pure oneness with Paramashiva. As a direct experience of oneness with Paramashiva, his Shaktis powerfully manifest in an initiated being at different levels of human consciousness, physicality, physiology, psychology, and neurology permanently. We offer these power manifestation manuals to celebrate your experience of oneness with the Supreme Paramashiva. Nithyanandam.
Nithyanandam, Jnana Paddhati Manual, under the guidance of Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Jagadguru Mahasanidhanam, His Divine Holiness, Bhagavan Nithyananda Paramashivam. Let's start with the Sadguru Vandanam. Nithyanandam Paramasukadam Kevalam Jnanamurtim Dvandvatitam Gaganasadusham Tattvamasyaadilakshya Ekam Nityam Vimalamachalam Sarvadi Sakshi Bhutam Bhavatitam Trigunarahitam Sadgurum Tam Namami. Let's go through the disclaimers. Security measures. No photography, video, audio recording. Important cautions. Please be aware of the important cautions. What is power manifestation? Let's hear from Bhagavan himself explaining what is power manifestation.
All the 25 states of consciousness, when they happen in you due to your chemicals and hormones ups and downs, it is powerlessness. When it happens in you out of your free will and consciousness, it is powerfulness. That's all. When you fall into sleep, it is powerlessness. When you enter into sleep, it is powerfulness. When you fall into dream, it is powerlessness. When you decide to dream, it is powerfulness. So I have added the ultimate powerfulness, Turiyatita, in your whole being and doing. Manifest all the powers. Understand, power manifestation is nothing but cognitive shift. It is not work. It is cognitive shift. Understand? It is just cognitive shift. It's not work. Work is a 4-letter word. Power manifestation is cognitive shift, playing with life, playing with being alive. Static matter, dynamic activity, strategic existence, all these three has no boundary. You are one with it. You are alive in everything. Everything listens to you. Everything decides as you want. Power manifestation is cognitive shift, raising your frequency, not work.
Now let's understand who is Paramashiva. Bhagavan himself has beautifully explained the Paramashiva in all of us.
Paramashiva does manifestation, maintenance, rejuvenation, pulling out of delusion and liberation. He resides in his supreme Paramashiva Swarupa as Ajomuha or Adhomuha, unborn, beyond form, formlessness. Is Paramashiva Swarupa. That Paramashiva Swarupa manifests with these 5 faces as Sadashiva, Tatpurusha, Vamadeva, Ahora, Satyojata, Ishana. 5 faces he manifests and does the Panchakritya, Srishti, manifestation, Sthiti, sustenance, Samhara, rejuvenation, Trobhava, pulling out of delusion, Anugraha, liberation. Understand? He does all these 5 jobs. Through these 5 phases. Now listen carefully. Tatpurusham, Vamadevam, Satyojatam, Ahoram, Ishanam. These 5 phases does Panchakrityas. Each phase, each dimension is not just one F-A-C-E phase, P-H-A-S-E phase. It's not just F-A-C-E, P-H-A-S-E. Understand? The creation, not just creation getting created, even sustenance need to be created, destruction need to be created, and pulling out of delusion need to be created, liberation need to be created. Then creation, manifestation need to be maintained. Maintenance, sthiti itself need to be maintained. Destruction, samhara, the rejuvenation need to be sustained, maintained when it is happening. Pulling out of delusion, trobhava, need to be maintained when it is happening. And anugraha, liberation, need to be maintained when it is happening. Those micromilliseconds when it is happening. So understand, Satyojata Murti as 5 phase, Ishana Murti as 5 phase, Vamadeva Murti as 5 phase, Agora Murti has 5 phase, Tatpurusha Murti has 5 phase. So, Tatpurusha Murti as is 5 phase, Agora Murti has is 5 phase, Vamadeva Murti has is 5 phase, Satyojata Murti has his 5 phase, Ishana Murti has his 5 phase. All these 5 Murtis, 5 phases put together is 25 phases of Mahasadashiva.
Bhagavan beautifully explained Paramashiva. Now, who is His Divine Holiness, Bhagavan Nithyananda Paramashivam? Let's hear from Bhagavan himself. Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Jagadguru Mahasannidhanam, His Divine Holiness, Bhagavan Nithyananda Paramashivam, is a reviver of Kailasha, the ancient Enlightenment civilization, the great cosmic borderless nation, is an avatar from and is a supreme pontiff of Hinduism. His Divine Holiness, Bhagavan Nithyananda Paramashivam, has made science of our manifestation, yoga, temple-based university for humanity, Sovereign Order of Kailasha, led by His Divine Holiness, Bhagavan Nithyananda Paramashivam, and Nithyananda Order of Monks, Nuns, Hindu diasporas, are working for global peace to give superconscious breakthrough to humanity. Nithyananda Hindu University, world's largest with extended campus in 150 countries, is collecting, organizing, preserving, time capsuling, decoding, spreading, and reviving 20 million source books of Hinduism and 64 sacred arts, science like Ayurveda, music, dance, sculpting, astrology, Vastu, and many more. His Divine Holiness, Bhagavan Nithyananda Paramashivam, is 293rd Guru Mahasannidhanam of Shamalapita Sarvanyapita, ancient apex body of Hinduism and present emperor of Suryavamsa Surangi Swamrajyam. His Divine Holiness, Bhagavan Nithyananda Paramashivam, has survived the worst persecution of multiple assassination attempts on person and character by anti-Hindu elements. Beautifully, Bhagavan now explains who is His Divine Holiness, Bhagavan Nithyananda Paramashivam.
Everything is infinitely powerful. You realize your potentiality. You establish yourself in the completion, space of completion. You are God, that's all. All of us are gods. The first experience is that I was able to see everything around me, above me, the whole 360 degree. I realized not only I was able to see, I was able to feel, experience the skin of the stone on rock on which I was sitting and the skin of this body. Both carry me equally. In both I exist equally. Sangha is a place where the tattvas are taught to you, and till it becomes satya, you are supported. Akhadas are basically founded by Sadashiva himself. All is ganas, Shiva ganas. Exactly the word gana means. In your length, breadth, depth, if you are filled by Shiva, you are Shiva gana. All the Shiva ganas formed the first Akhada. Later on, much later, Kapila Muni organizes Mahanirvani Akhada. Then all other Akhadas. Mahamandaleshwar of Mahanirvani Akhada, the oldest apex body of Hinduism, I welcome every one of you. What I am teaching is from original Agamas Yogapada. The science very clearly declares, Sadashiva is very clear, manifestation of these powers happen when you experience oneness with Sadashiva. choose your guru, the best thing is find a person who is enlightened, experienced, who can play with energy, who can directly transmit experience to you, and who is in tune with the original Shastras, the source of the knowledge. All the revealed scriptures available about the yoga directly by Sadashiva for you to do research, study, practice, question the people who teach.
The science of power manifestation is a gift to the humanity, which is authentic, time-tested, scientific, and foolproof. Diksha, or the initiation from His Divine Holiness, Nithyananda Paramashiva, makes the science directly an experience for the initiates. The experience is directly authenticated by the Pramanas. The Shastra Pramanas, the eternal, unchangeable truth revealed in the source scriptures, the Veda and Agamas. The Apta Pramanas, the experience of the Rishis, Munis, Ganas, Nayanamars, Alvars, and Siddhars, who are the authority of Hinduism, who have scientists who time-tested and verified the science of power manifestation. The Atma Pramanas are the avatar who land on the planet Earth to give a superconscious breakthrough to humanity. His Divine Holiness Bhagavan Nithyananda Paramashivam, this millennium's avatar, personal experience of power manifestation. Shakshi Pramanas, or the experience of the millions of disciples, devotees, and followers initiated into the science of power manifestation by Bhagavan himself. Pratyaksha Pramanas, or the scientific studies which can be measuring the effect of being in the enlightened state. Let's go to the powerful cognition from Bhagavan Satsang.
Yesterday, I was sharing a truth that all you need to get healed is just to spend little time in the higher frequency. What do I mean by the word spending time? To spend time, you need to have time. Having time does not mean not having work. Understand? Not having anything to do does not mean you have time. No. You need to have time. Only then you can spend it. What do I mean by the word have time? You need to have time. Means the time is supposed to be your own. You should be the owner of your time. Not that your thoughts will be owner of your time or something else will be owner of your time. Look in. Simple thing, the simple word. Are you owner of your time? No. Everybody else except you owns your time. Everybody else except you owns your time. The whole world is nothing but a huge fight to own more and more people's time. That's all. Whether it is the field of politics, or field of art, or field of science, or even the field of religion, it is nothing but if you own more people's time, you are a big guy. That's all. In every field, trying to own time, actually the subtle way of trying to own more time is reason for giving birth to kids and bringing them up as you want and fulfilling what you wanted in your life, in their life. Just wanted to have a little more time. Wanted to own more time. You don't understand this important secret. If you know how to own your time, you will not be trying to own others' time. Means you will not be bullying around. You will not be bossing around. You will not be destroying lives. Whether it is in the field of industry, or politics, or religion, or science, if you own more people's time, you are a big guy. But in spirituality, if you own your time, you are a big guy. Owning time. First thing, understand, time is a matter. Only then you will have respect for yourself and you will understand you can own time. As long as you think time as something mysterious, ununderstandable, uncatchable, undescribable, no. You will think that is too big. Time is a simple matter, just like this kerchief, hand key. You can own it. Second thing, decide to hate everything which tries to own your time. Everything. Everything. Anything which tries to own your time, hate it. Just escape from it. Even if it is Guru. If you think, I am trying to own your time, escape from me. Understand? If you think I am trying to own your time, you have a wrong concept about me. I am constantly trying to make you own your time. I can give you a very powerful technique to own your time. Take 21 days and make your routine very stable. Like a morning 6 o'clock, you will be in this spot doing this. 6:30 you will be in this spot doing this. 7:30 you will be in this spot doing this. Like this from morning till night, make a clear routine and decide for any reason the routine is not going to change, and tell your mind you are supposed to be comfortable and happy in that time doing that. That's all. You will own time. This is a very powerful process. Understand? I did this. I did this in my life. I still remember in Omkareshwar, I did this. I'll make a routine. Morning, whatever time I used to get up, from that time to going to bed. I know thoroughly at this moment I'll be near this stone sitting. Not doing anything, nothing much to do, but even then I'll be sitting at this moment near this stone and thinking about this. Standardized it. Standardize it. Standardize the routine just for 21 days and decide, I am going to be doing this happily. Nothing can be done. The body is frozen. That is that time. The body is going to be like that in that place. Means you eliminate the disturbance of biomemory from your life. That's one of the major enemy. You are trying to fight with two enemies at a time. No. Eliminate one enemy. Make one enemy a handicap. He has no more right over you. Now fight with the enemy of not owning the time. See, if you try to learn language and concept both newly, you will not be able to learn. Pick up a book which you know thoroughly the whole concepts. Read in a new language, you learn the language. Or pick up a book which you know the language but new concept, you learn the concept. But if concept and language both are new, you will not learn both. So your life, your body language, that daily routine is the new language. and the concept is a new concept. If both you are trying to learn, you will not be able to. You will miss it. So freeze the body language. This is the time you will be coming out, and this is the way you will be walking, and make the whole life as ritual. Just clear, frozen ritual. You may think, what is this? It is completely against Swamiji's teachings. He always asks you to be spontaneous. Now the purpose is different. Understand? The purpose is different. Actually, if you do what I am saying, you will understand the inner spontaneity. After you catch the thread of inner spontaneity, the outer spontaneity will happen. I am teaching you the technique to catch the inner spontaneity. I can tell you, if you catch the inner spontaneity technique, one moment spending with me is enough. The initiation will happen. Not only just spiritual healing, initiation itself will happen. Freeze the whole day routine. Morning, 5 o'clock, you will just wake up. I'm really surprised these guys are following the routine properly. No, really, they don't miss dropping at least one leaf and coming and sitting for my morning message. See, they are there. I think they are not able to see from here, so they are sitting there. Every day they are here. And the Pujari says they are not there after this morning session. Once I leave the temple, they are not there. Only next day morning they are there. And he says even for night stay they don't come here. Only that morning, 8 o'clock. And funny thing is that last 2 days I was not here, few days, they were not there. No, they came morning and went away. They were not there. And like them, make a routine. Make a routine. And actually they understand. They know. They are understanding what I am talking. I am talking about them. Blessed fellows, they are very clearly understanding. They are feeling a little shy, that's all. Make a routine, clear routine, define it. And tell yourself, physical or mental disturbance is not going to change this routine. If my mind goes crazy or body dies, it is going to happen during this routine. At some place suddenly body may fall or anything may happen, I am not bothered. But this is not going to be changed. Freeze it from morning till night just for 21 days and go with it completely ritualistically. You will not see me without going and touching exactly the same spot. If you see my routine, it will be same spot where I put my head, Nanandeshwara temple. It will be same spot where I put my head on the banyan tree. It will be same step. I am just teaching you a process. Freeze it. Freeze it. And 21 days, morning till night, decide, body movement can't be changed. I have only one freedom. I can enjoy it or suffer with it. That is frozen. That is completely frozen, like a robo movement. Physicality is frozen. Psychology, I have a freedom. Should I enjoy or should I suffer? Within 21 days, you will see time is a matter and you will own it. Something will happen in you. See, when I say unclutch, I know very clearly it is a solid happening, not some vague thinking. Same way, when I say own time, if you continuously try to unclutch and fight with it for 10-15 days, immediately you will understand unclutching is a solid happening. It is not just vague thinking or some daydreaming. No. When you sit for unclutching, unclutching is happening. Oh God. Unclutched. Same way, within these 21 days you will catch what I call time as matter. You will catch it. You will see, oh, time is a matter. I can push or pull. I can rewind or fast forward. Try this technique. You will own time. When you try to own time, even if you spend 1 or 2 moments with Master, not only spiritual healing, even the initiation will happen. It's a very powerful process. If you want, you can even take up the 21 days of Anyadavasa, means staying in unknown place, maybe just in one room, have food and rest, whole day, decide your routine, freeze it and live it. You will see. Your mind simply will catch the time. Your mind will raise to the higher frequency than the time frequency. That is what I call catching time. Let's go to catch the time. The mind should be so terribly bored, made to feel bored. It should catch time. Nothing else, no other feeding should be done for mind. No food. Simply it will catch time. Agoris do that only. Agoris are very powerful people. They don't give time any food. Let's catch time.
Mana for the power of consciousness over matter, silicon, is taken from the Vijnana Bhairava Pramana for the power of consciousness over matter, silicon, is taken from the Vijnana Bhairava Tantra, Sutra 120, Dharana 95. Kvachid vastuni vinyasya shanair-drishtim nivartayet tajnanam chitta-sahitam devi shunyalayo bhavet. Kvachid vastuni vinyasya shanair-drishtim nivartayet tajnanam chitta-sahitam Devi shunyalayo bhavet.
Vijnana Bhairava Tantra, Dharana 95, Sutra 120. Bhagavan Parameshwara says, having fixed one's eyes on a particular object, one should slowly withdraw the sight from the object as well as slowly eliminate the knowledge of that object along with the thought and impression of it. Then, O Devi, one abides in Sunya, the state where there is nothing other than this exists.
I'm tormented by great thirst. Can you give me water?
Sorry.
O Devi, one abides in Sunya, the state where there is nothing other than this exists, which is a state of all-inclusive or infinity. Bhagavan beautifully says how unclutching becomes really very physical. We can even really experience it more of a physical. Here he says how you withdraw from all the things that you know. When you withdraw from everything, then only you get to know. Bhagavan says a beautiful story. When the Ramakrishna Guru, he told, Tattapuri told him to even unclutch from Devi. And he said, it's impossible. That is all my life. But when you unclutch, you will experience Devi as yourself. When he decided to do that, simply it happened. Everything that exists, Bhagavan says, unclutch from that. And it will become very real, very alive. More and more we unclutch. Bhagavan beautifully gives us a powerful technique to understand this, where we are established. Where is that the identity is running around? Constantly we are in some other plane, something else is going on. But where are we grounded? That is the way the whole reality happens. The grounding that we are in, the grounding is on money, grounding is on power, grounding is on cheating. Where is the grounding happening? What is the core thread purpose that is running around under your whatever is happening? When we deeply study it and unclutch from that, simply a new dimension starts. Paramashiva in us starts become reality for us. It becomes completely real, and all the things we want will start manifesting through us and become reality. Bhagavan beautifully says how and where we are grounded, and we'll start having more and more experience from that space. He says very beautifully, when Durva, he was so strong in his tapas, when he got grounded into the tapas of I want to see Vishnu, like how the kids throw a tantrum, he was very clear he was to see Vishnu in his third eye, and simply the whole Brahmaloka, Vishnuloka, all of them started shaking because of his integrity to what he believed he was. He was constantly holding that space. He stopped eating, he stopped sleeping, he stopped breathing, and simply he said, only after Vishnu comes, I'm going to start experiencing the normal. So, the integrity into what you want, when the will becomes so powerful, it can shake any loka, Bhagavan says. So beautiful. With that powerful cognition, let's go to the Apta Pramana. Apta Pramana, consciousness over matter, breaking the coconut. Here, Apta Pramanas are authority of Hinduism, Vedic rishis, scientists who time tested and verified the science of power manifestation. Arjuna used his consciousness to see the river Ganga was flowing in Kurukshetra warfield, used his arrow, pierced and broke the ground, and the river Ganga herself flowed and reached Bhishma's mouth to quench his thirst. This is in Mahabharata, Vyasa Mahabharata 64 Upaparva of Bhishma Vadha Parva. Amazing how Ganga reached Bhishma and how Arjuna cracked the earth to get Ganga where he wanted. The power of will. With that, let's go to Atma Pramana. Atma Pramana, Bhagavan narrates, I have seen they pass in exam, they will crack the coconut in front of Ganesha. If they fail in the exam, they crack Ganesha, break Ganesha itself. When they pass the exam, they will break coconut in front of Ganesha. When they fail, they break Ganesha itself. Bhagwan beautifully says how people make a contract business with God and how it can never happen. Bhagwan says this is a win-win policy. It can never be a business of exchange policy. It can only be a win-win policy where he just gives and gives and gives, and you become him and you radiate him. So it becomes completely a win-win situation, how you exist. With that, let's go to the Shastra Pramana, Shakshi Pramana. Shakshi Pramanas are the millions of disciple devotees, followers all over the world who are initiated by Bhagwan, who manifest all these powers and share their testimonial. And they're demonstrating it now. Let's see how he is cracking the coconut. The coconut is completely fine. Jnananjan is applied on the coconut and the coconut is placed very clearly. Now you can see the coconut will start cracking by itself. So you can see how the coconut cracked by itself completely just on the hand.
We will now begin the Pratyaksha Pramana, scientific studies on the avatar. Vedic science declares experientially that all aspects of the universe are consciousness. Matter is simply projected consciousness. Pure consciousness pervades everything, being potential with the bursting force of subtle vibration, spanda, quality of Shiva, until there is an emergent manifestation of the energy which is called Shakti. The supreme pontiff of Hinduism, His Divine Holiness Bhagwan Nithyananda Paramashivam. It is important to realize that Sri Nithyananda Paramashivam is the only avatar who has agreed to be scientifically evaluated, both in terms of his own body as well as the changes he brings about in other beings. However, it is astonishing to note that his avataric attributes and powers are exactly as defined by the 5,000 years old Hindu yogic science after extensive observation and study. Now it is being tested and proven by modern science also. So now let us take a look at how these scientific studies present the measuring effects of being in the enlightenment state through the very imaging brain activity of Bhagwan himself, Jagadguru Mahasanidhanam, His Divine Holiness Bhagwan Nithyananda Paramashivam, who we lovingly address as Swamiji. Swamiji himself has been the subject of scientific studies since 2004, and over the past decade, an enormous amount of data about not only his altered states of neurophysiology, but that of his disciples as well, has continued to be recorded. This impressive array of data will be presented systematically now as the Pratyaksha Pramana. In 2004, a team of scientists led by Dr. Murali Krishna MD, President, Integris Mental Health Oklahoma City, Oklahoma, USA, conducted a series of state-of-the-art tests, including a PET scan, to study Swamiji's neurological system. Using the advanced technology of positron emission tomography or PET scan, the activity of Swamiji's brain in the state of samadhi was studied in details. There was a significant enhancement in activity of the lower portion of the mesial frontal area of the cerebral cortex. This region is the starting point of the Anya chakra, or what we call as the third eye, and connects to the limbic system and rest of the cerebral cortex. At the same time, the rest of the cerebral cortex was in the complete state of rest. So now let us take a look at the imaging brain activity. The very results of Swamiji's PET scan test were stunning. The dominant hemisphere of Swamiji's brain was more than 90% shut down. It was as if Swamiji's brain had packed and gone on vacation. It was quiet and still, completely at peace, and Swami had made it at will. The region which is the starting point of the Anya chakra or the third eye, the lower portion of its mesial frontal area, lighted up in a very significant way. When we later asked Swami, what was he doing when the mesial frontal lobes lighten up? And he said he was opening his third eye. The third eye is considered by many to be the seat of the soul. Were we seeing an indication that deep meditation can open an area of the brain responsible for communicating with the divine, looking deep into the mysteries of self or creation? The PET scan revealed what Dr. Murali calls the brain D spot, standing for delight, the divine, or even dopamine, the chemical through which our bodies experience pleasure. Initial indications are that meditation can stimulate it. Source of this research in details can be studied and found in the Avatar Shastra, Chapter 1, Introduction, page 47. Science now shows and knows that both the electrons which spin in the energy field located around the nucleus of the atom and the nucleus itself are made up of nothing more than the oscillating energy grids. Solid matter in the strict construction of the term simply does not exist. Source is Project Stargate under Consciousness and Energy. Bhagwan Nithyananda Paramashivam not only demonstrates all attributions and power of an avatar, but has also successfully transmitted many of them to thousands of disciples through the simple process of initiation or entanglement. Swamiji is the bridge between the invisible, ancient world of mysticism and the modern, visible world of science and discovery.
Setting up for breaking the coconut, camera with the timestamp, Jnananjan, coconut, tape, partner, explain to the partner, make them sit comfortably and show them end to end what you would be doing. Set up the camera, download the timestamp, click on the video, make sure the timestamp is on the screen, make sure the camera is facing you and the partner and the object you're going to be cracking or breaking. Guidelines to start manifesting the powers. Turn on the video recording. Apply the Jnananjan in your third eye and the coconut that you're going to move or crack. Bring your awareness to your third eye. Ask the partner to place the palm very comfortably on the table. Sellotape the palm and make sure the fingers are touching the surface throughout the time. Make sure you place the coconut in such a way that the coconut top is facing you and show the coconut in the camera so that there is no crack or any problem in the coconut. Once you do the power manifestation of breaking the coconut through your third eye, please show it on the camera very clearly. Do not use your hand movement or your head movement to manifest the powers. Only through your third eye. If the coconut break open completely, then you're manifesting the powers. If the Kundalini energy is the only thing you are experiencing or you're experiencing some small cracks or small movement, you have started manifesting, please go ahead and share the video and celebrate those manifestations for you to manifest more and more deeply. Verify the video is authentic and share the video with your powerful cognition with your friends and family. And listen to others' video for more entanglement.
Power manifestation instructions. Let's sit straight, the head, neck, and back in a straight line, so that beautifully the Kundalini energy raises to the Agnya where the manifestation happens. Usually, our awareness is on Muladhara, Swadhisthana, and Manipuraha, where navel centered, your below navel center. Here, bringing the awareness to your third eye and sitting straight will give us amazing possibility of power manifestation. Now let's understand few words that Bhagavan is repeatedly using. Shaktipada, oneness, be unclutched, initiation. So here first we will see in Bhagavan's words what is Shaktipada.
Let me give an introduction about what is Shaktipada process. Please understand. You would have seen or heard about how the chicken sits on the egg and hatches. Of course, in the modern countries, this does not happen. Machine sits on the egg and or egg sits on the machine. In those days, originally when hens and chicken were getting produced on the planet Earth, the hen used to sit on the chicken and hen used to sit on the egg, and the chicken will come out of the egg. See, same way, Sadashiva, sitting means the ultimate cosmic energy sitting on the individual soul and making the individual soul into cosmic energy is Shaktipada. Hen sitting on the egg and making the chicken happen, same way. You may think, how come, what is going on here? That hen is only sitting just by the body heat of the hen, the egg is becoming chicken. Because no surgery is done and nothing goes inside. It's only sitting. Same way, it is just sitting. It's only the presence, the Shaktipada, makes the individual soul into cosmic soul.
Beautifully, Bhagavan explained Shaktipada, how individual soul becomes cosmic soul. And let's listen to initiation.
You see, let me explain the initiation. Initiation is the process beyond your intellectual understanding. The transmission of lamp happens. Now, you understood something intellectually. There is something which is not understood, which can't be transmitted through the words. That is transmitted. That's what we call initiation. Sometimes I tell people that unless you are initiated, the techniques do not create the result. The reason is you do not grasp completely whatever is expressed through words. Initiation is like it just transmits whatever need to be transmitted beyond logic and beyond words. People ask me why to wear this bracelet or this mala and all those things. This all will remind you. Why bracelet in the hand? It will remind you, before eating, did you meditate? It's a constant reminders. Before eating, let you be reminded, did you do the meditation? That is why this bracelet. That is why this mala. That is why this external things. Sometimes these external things does a big job of reminding you constantly. That is why take the help of external things also, nothing wrong. People ask me, why we can just be spiritual without having external things? If you can, really you are welcome. But I don't think anybody who speaks in that way is successful. I've never seen people becoming successful avoiding the external things, just having internal things. And it is just a nice way of escaping from yourself.
Beautifully, Bhagavan explained initiation. Let's listen to be unclutched. What is to be unclutched?
The thoughts, every thought is independent, illogical, unconnected, and unclutched. Because the gap between two thoughts is too small. The neutral space between the two thoughts is too small. You think all the thoughts are connected and it is in the shared form. It is not. By your very nature, every thought is independent, illogical, unconnected, and unclutched. Between every thought, you experience a neutral space. When you change the gear, whether you go from neutral to 1 or 1 to 2 or 2 to 3 or 3 to 4 or 4 to whatever gears you may change, but every time you have to come to the neutral space. Only then you can go to the next gear. Even if you want to go from 2 to 3, you have to come to the neutral space. Only then you can go to 3. Same way, between every thought, you experience a neutral space. You experience a neutral space between every thought. Between every thought. That neutral space, that silence is what I call peace or bliss. The peace which exists, the bliss which exists already in you, between every thought, the gap of the thought, the gap between the thoughts, that neutral space is the peace, is the bliss. When you understand you are unconnected, independent, illogical, and unclutched by your very nature, you will start experiencing the neutral space in you, neutral space which exists in you. You will start living from moment to moment in spontaneity. You need to understand one more thing. This technique of being unclutched, it does miracles in your being. In the body level, or in the mental level, or in the being level. In every level, when you understand the truth, by your very nature, you are unclutched. The tremendous quantum transformation. You take a quantum jump. The transformation happens in quantum, not step by step. Just on jump. You take a quantum jump and experience the truth awakening in you.
The oneness space is the most beautiful space that Bhagavan himself is explaining how we are ferocious. Beyond the tiredness and boredom, we can experience the space of oneness and be unclutched.
Oneness is not imagination. Oneness is not visualization. Oneness is not even just declaration. It is your existence. An idea which is you is oneness. The idea which has become part of your very space, which does not tire you or bore you by the passage of the time, is oneness. Mahadeva says in the Agama, Sadashiva beautifully explains in the Agama, Kala, Yama cannot tire you or bring boredom to you if something becomes your space. Devi achieved the blissful state and union with Mahadeva on Shivaratri day because our space became oneness. Anything which brings tiredness or boredom has not yet become your space. If living in this body brings you tiredness and boredom, you are not going to be living in this body forever. When that becomes too much, you are going to drop it and move ahead. If you want to be in oneness forever, it should become part of your space, means you should become ferocious with you and break this very tiredness and boredom. Only when you deal you with the ferociousness, you break the tiredness and boredom. With that ferociousness, you need to make oneness as your space. Anything stands as an imagination in the length level, visualization in the breadth level, declaration in the depth level. If you open your time with ferociousness, it just sinks into space level. With this ferociousness, the time layer in you opens, and the oneness from imagination to visualization to declaration, it becomes your space, the way of existence.
The most important, Bhagavan says, being unclutched, understanding the Shaktipada, the oneness space, and chanting the Mahavakya. The Mahavakya, the power of the Mahavakya, pushes you into the higher states of consciousness. Here Bhagavan himself explains how we can experience the Shaktipada, raised higher consciousness, through Mahavakya.
It's one of the very important revelation by Sadashiva. All the electronic equipments work when the electrons are made to vibrate. That happens by the light. When the electricity is supplied, the light particle vibrates, the electronic equipment starts working. Just like that, the spiritual power and the umbilical cord connection, spiritual umbilical cord connection between you and me, it works with sound particle. For example, my integrity with the cosmos, Sadashiva, Mahasadashiva, it reverberates in certain level of frequency. When you are integrated to me, you also start reverberating in the same frequency. If your integrity goes down, that is when you start connecting with me only as a manager or this organization head or your Purvashram father, mother. Your connection with me goes down to the lower level if the integrity gets reduced. I was wondering, what is the way we can bring people to the higher integrity immediately and the feeling connection, so they start manifesting the powers, they start staying in the space of Sadashivatva. Sadashiva revealed a beautiful sound. I can tell you, this is like a password. At any point, if you are not able to bring yourself to oneness, you are a little shaken, disturbed, or for some reason, you are not able to bring yourself to oneness. This is like a password. You type, whether your mind feels connected or not, the energy will start flowing in you beyond the depth dimension. You see, all mind oscillation, restlessness, all mental idea based feeling connected or not feeling connected is only length, breadth, depth level, not in the space level. But this sound will straight infuse energy from the space level. Like for example, if the power goes off, automatically the generator will get switched on and the power supply will be going on. So end result will not be lost. Whether government power supply or the generator power supply, end result will not be stopped. So whenever you feel little that oneness is, you are not catching it, just feed this password. Immediately the oneness will open up and you will start manifesting the powers, energy, and the whole space will shift. It is directly from Sadashiva. It's a beautiful sound.
I don't even want to say it's a mantra. It is not even a mantra because there is no meaning in it. You can't derive a meaning for it. It just flashed like a password for all the initiations I am giving. One single password for all the initiations I am giving. And the initiations I gave, I am giving, I will be giving for all that. This is like one password. Don't even repeat like a mantra. Just feed like a password and it will just open up. Your whole being will open up. Listen carefully. It starts with the vibration Om. Listen and then repeat. Om. Very deep. Om. Nithyananda. Nithyananda. Maha Sadashivoham.
So Bhagavan gave beautiful explanation of how you can be in Shaktipada. Visualize Paramashiva who has come down as Bhagavan Nithyananda Paramashivam from Kailasha. Remembering Paramashiva in your third eye. Again and again, bringing your awareness to your third eye simply makes you manifest powers. Absolute unclutching. How Bhagavan said, the neutral zone. Nothing ever touches the screen. Like same way, the movie does not touch the screen, whether it is happening in ferocious or any soft, beautiful, nothing touches the screen. Be unclutched like the screen. And to experience the state of Paramashiva, your inner space being completely unclutched. Complete completion to experience the space of Paramashiva. Inside us, the complete completion happens when we are in tune with Paramashiva. That everything is redundant and irrelevant. The essence of completion is irrelevant. Nothing matters in your life because everything is complete completion. Oneness with Paramashiva. How Bhagavan said, in ferocious breaking the boredom and tiredness, just being in the space of oneness with Paramashiva to manifest the powers of Paramashiva. Tyaga as Paramashiva is your only strength, now declaring complete integrity with Bhagavan to experience the being of Paramashiva. How Bhagavan said, chanting the Mahavakya raises your frequency and that is your only strength to manifest any reality. Being in this beautiful space of Paramashiva, you can experience such a beautiful space, state, powers, and becoming the being of Paramashiva, manifesting whatever you want. Now, you will be manifesting the powers, watching the oneness capsule, and chanting the Mahavakya, Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. We'll be playing the Mahavakya and the oneness capsule for you to manifest powers. At end of the Mahavakya, you can start with the verification and sharing and causing. Thank you.
Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om 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 Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Let Paramashiva's third eye manifest in all our third eyes. Let the Amrita pour, let the Varni open up, manifest in all of us. Let Paramashiva overflow, manifest the powers in all our third eyes. Om Jnana Paramashivoham. 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 Let Paramashiva's third eye manifest in all our third eyes. Let the Amrita pour, let the Varni open up, manifest in all of us. Let Paramashiva overflow, manifest the powers in all our third eyes. Om Jnana Paramashivoham. 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 Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. 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 Let Paramashiva's third eye manifest in all our third eyes. Let the Amrita pour, let the Varni open up. Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Let Paramashiva's third eye manifest in all our third eyes. Let the Amrita pour, let the Varni open up, manifest in all of us. Let Paramashiva overflow, manifest the powers in all our third eyes. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. 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 Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Let Paramashiva's third eye manifest in all our third eyes. Let the Amrita pour, let the Varni open up, manifest in all of us. Let Paramashiva overflow, manifest the powers in all our third eyes. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. 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 Let Paramashiva's third eye manifest in all our third eyes. Let the Amrita pour, let the Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. 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 Let Paramashiva's third eye manifest in all our third eyes. Let the Amrita pour, let the Varni open up, manifest in all of us. Let Paramashiva overflow, manifest the power in all our third eyes. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. 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 Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
Verification process, no video recording, no starting or stopping a video, no. Please make sure the timestamp and wide angle view is there on the camera. The fingers should be touching on the surface all times, no lifting the fingers, no movement up and down or sideways for the palm, no object inside the coconut or the object or movement of the coconut. Do not adjust or test or anything after you start the power manifestation. Authentically verify the coconut has no cracks before and now it breaks open completely. Record that as a testimonial and share it with the world. You can do the same thing, or instead of partner's hand, you can keep it on the ground. You can keep it on the silicon, which is not switched off, or Paramashivashila, which is granite slab, and manifest the same powers. Thank you for participating in the power manifestation of consciousness over matter.
Beautiful. We are at the end of the power manifestation, but most important part of the power manifestation. Here, we are going to share all that you have manifested with the social media groups. Here we have Sri Kailasha Kotyar manifesting power groups. Thousands of people are part of that. And you can share there and you can post your powerful cognition and the videos. The link is tinyurl.com/power manifestation. It is at the left corner of the page. You can click on it and you can post your beautiful experience in the power manifestation group. Why sharing and causing is very important part of power manifestation. Bhagavan beautifully explains that sharing is pulling us out of delusion and causing is liberating us. We are the ones who need to start experiencing the higher states of reality, how we need to exist. Beautifully, Bhagavan explains when you are sharing with others the ultimate beautiful multidimensional logic, your brain rewires into the higher space of consciousness, the Turyatita state. Again and again, when you experience even a little bit, you share with the world, your experience becomes reality. Same thing when you cause others to come and get initiated for higher reality, you are caused into the higher purpose, the ultimate reality. Bhagavan says extreme causing, extreme power manifestation is extreme causing. So beautifully he explains how our strength is declared on Paramashiva. The power manifestation happens exactly in tune to that. And sharing with the world, continuously reiterating ourselves the experience that we had from the powerful cognition and manifesting the space of Paramashiva, the state of Paramashiva, the beings of Paramashiva, we become Paramashiva. Go on sharing and causing, which is the most important part of how you have experienced your reality. When you go to a temple, we pray and we see that beautiful experience happen in us, and then share with the world that how amazing the temple experience has manifested as your reality. Same way, when you manifest powers, when you share with the world, it becomes more and more the depth cognition of you, and you will be experiencing more powers. Even if you're manifested very small, it does not matter the quantity. Bhagavan says the quality is important. If it is authentic, please go ahead and share with the world. Do not doubt, have self-doubt, self-denial, self-hatred come and block anything. Experience the ultimate in deep seeking and gratitude. Bhagavan manifest in you with a deep prayer, that asking Bhagavan to make this reality as your existential reality. With that, let's end with the Purna Mantra. Thanking Bhagavan for all these great experience. We have come to the end of the power manifestation course, and we end with the Purna Mantra. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purna Purnamadashyate Purnasya Purnamataya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Tat Sat Sarvam Bhagavate Sri Nithyananda Parameshivam Padaka Arpanamastu. Om Nithyanandam. Thank you for participating in the Jnana Paddhati, Nithyananda Jnana Paddhati course. Please go ahead and select more power manifestation and every day experience the ultimate reality for yourself. Nithyananda.
Om Nithyananda परमशिवोऽहम्